Trans people have the girls of the chokehold. I didn't know who this lady is before she made a spectacle on at Gold's Gym, and then one of the biggest topics in Black queer culture. But if it's not, it should be. We're talking the gays, theys, and the girls tonight on Dear Black Gay Men podcast, and the show starts right and now. What up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG. It's Wednesday, so it's time for a new episode of Dear Black Gay Men podcast. It's still our short, bullshit-free step out of our comfort zone to talk about all the emotional ups and downs along the journey to happiness. Hopefully, this is your midweek reminder of how dope it is to be black gay men who love black gay men. If you're watching the replay and you want to join, you want to skip to the main story, timestamps and chapters are in the description. We got to talk about the Gold's Gym fiasco. We have to. Tish Hyman created a viral spectacle at Gold's Gym by loudly confronting a trans patron in the women's restroom, demanding they leave and that the gym revoke their membership. This dramatic confrontation, which Hyman filmed, ultimately led to her own membership being terminated by the gym staff. Since then, T.S. Madison brought together a group of LGBTQ activists and creators, primarily black trans women, to weigh in on the issue. I'm reacting to a clip from T.S. Madison's interview with Alfonso Mills. They are a non-binary trailblazer, a parent, and a community leader, and have been featured in campaigns for the health and well-being of people living with HIV. Hey, Alfonso.
Hello, Jay. How are you?
Unbelievable. How have you been?
I'm exhausted, but beautifully exhausted.
Because you got 2 kids.
Absolutely.
How does it feel to have little people that have your DNA, your face running around?
Woo, and I can really answer that because my son is a spit image. It is an out-of-body experience. When people say that it is your heart walking outside of your body, that is in no way an exaggeration.
Like, was it weird, like, his and her, because you have...
I have a boy and a girl.
His and her first steps and all the things.
Oh, I am already just waterworks. So every little thing, oh my gosh, you put your jacket on by yourself. Baby girl is starting to use like her fork by herself. So she's 15 months.
Oh.
Yes, we're still counting the months because each of them are important.
Do you count the months for both of them?
Now
you're like
after about 18 and not doing that. Not doing that. After about 18, it's like, okay, no, that's all right. You won. You well into your 1 now. Okay. And baby boy is 3.
15 months ain't well into your 1?
No. There's so many milestones. Like it really slows down time to where it's like the little things, each of them matter.
Okay. So let me ask you the sensitive question, because you identify as non-binary. You are a non-binary person.
Correct.
Do you ever have any resistance or ambivalence about giving them gendered language, like his things and her things? Do you want what is your take on that? Now that you are a parent with a totally different perspective.
Absolutely. So my partner Jamel and I were very clear about this from the beginning, because we were like, we're both gender diverse. So it's like, how do we explain that to kids when they're amongst their school and all of that? What we said is we will acknowledge their assigned sex at birth until they tell us otherwise. Okay. So while we say, yes, that is his toy, that is her drink, we also are very clear about there are people in their lives that use they, and we say that is their drink and you're not going to drink their drink. So we introduce the fact that there is multiple ways that people want to identify, but we are very direct with them about we are going to use this for you until you share with us that may not apply.
But the irony about that is their drink is perfect English. It's like that is their drink. This is their drink right there. For one person or many people, that is still a very valid English statement.
Mm-hmm. That people are really just choking on, and I don't understand.
That's why I said people. You said gender diverse. That's a better term for it. Now that I can be smart again. Like gender diverse people got them in the chokehold. Are you ready for the show?
I am, and it is an honor to be here. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Have you seen the Tish Hyman debacle?
I have.
All right. Well, let's see what T.S. Madison and the et al. Said about it. Let's get into the episode.
The most
pause right there because I can't hear it. Well, I stopped it. Okay. Well, let's just talk about Tish Hyman because I can't hear. We can't hear the video.
to know what they're talking
Did
about.
you know? So the backstory, because I have seen the video, is there is a particular trans woman on this panel with T.S. Madison, Hope Giselle, Dominique Morgan, and several others that said that the person that Tish Hyman was raging against is not trans. They are not a trans woman. That is the word she used. How do you feel about that?
Woo. So I am all about people identifying for their own self.
Mm-hmm.
So if that person said that they are a trans woman and they live their life as a trans woman, then I believe the way that I live, I'm going to acknowledge that person in the way they want to be acknowledged. However, I think, yes, I try to create space for people to be along their journey. It takes time. Everybody flows however they choose to. But I think at some point, we got to go to therapy. We got to do the necessary work for bigger than figuring out what your pronouns are. Know who you are.
Yes.
And do the work to figure that out. If you're questioning, then say that you're questioning.
But now the person in the video, not the T.S. Madison, the person that Tish shot in the Gold's Gym, is very clear that she is a trans woman. However, the person in the T.S. Madison interview is asserting that she isn't passing enough in order to be qualified as a trans woman in the way that a T.S. Madison or a Hope Giselle or a Dominique Morgan is.
Now, that's where I have an issue, because I don't believe that. Just like I am encountering so many fathers that are extremely feminine with wives.
Yes.
And it's like, okay.
Would you consider yourself a father that's feminine?
I'm a parent.
You're a parent that's feminine.
Yes.
And masculine.
Now, yes. I think I'm different because I don't identify as a man, father. Like, I am a father in the science sense, but I identify as a parent.
But that's the reason why it's got us in a chokehold, because us cisgender people are like, if y'all can't agree on the terminology, if y'all can't agree that trans women are women, however that expresses, then of course you got to acknowledge that it would be harder for us to be like, where does the line lie?
Absolutely. But I think you're talking about two different things.
Okay.
I think it's one thing to say, is somebody trans? Is somebody questioning? Is somebody gender nonconforming? And then it's another thing to say, is somebody trans passable, or is somebody passable in general? I think the fact that we are trying to say you aren't trans until you can pass is extremely disrespectful. Not just disrespectful, but it's disheartening to anybody that may.
But this ain't me.
I know.
This is a trans woman saying this about another trans woman.
Just like within the gay community, we shame bottoms.
And be taking a whole bunch of dick.
Huh?
I get it. I absolutely agree with you. But my question is, because the bigger conversation that's happening in queer culture that involves both gender diverse people and cisgender people is, how can we call a thing a thing? Because if y'all are debating what a thing is, and I'm using thing I'm not trying to be dismissive or misgender someone, but if y'all are debating what a trans woman is, what a trans man, well, I don't know, anybody debates that one. I ain't heard that debate. But if y'all are debating what a trans woman is, then how can we ever accept y'all fully? Because y'all can't even agree on these terms and what they mean.
I think we as a community just need to accept the fact that when something is fluid, when something has a spectrum, it's less about trying to say, well, until you reach this, then you're a thing. I think it would do us all a service to allow people to be their individual self. Now, if you have questions about where you fall along the spectrum, ask.
Okay.
So then you are able to communicate clearly whether you know definitively or not. Because then I think it gets confusing when somebody says, I'm trans. Okay, no, I'm actually cis. I think when you flip-flop without doing the proper inner work,
okay,
then you're causing more confusion for other people and yourself.
Okay, now the reason why I have a question about that is because there was a time where I said I was straight. And then I was like, I said I was straight and I had a fetish for penises. And you could laugh. You can laugh.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I know it was some dumb shit when I said it. But then also, there was a time where I said I was bisexual. None of those things were true. I was one of the girls, like card carrying. I have the podcast.
Do you think that if you had a queer person that you could have asked questions to?
I probably would have skipped all the bullshit in the middle. Yes.
So that's my point. When you have a conversation, when you have somebody that you can bounce these ideas and feelings that you have off of, that gives you the opportunity to figure out where you land. So then it's not you here today, you there tomorrow. Like, I think it's okay to evolve and grow. But I think at the core of who we are, our identity, I think when you spend enough time and ask the right questions to yourself, you can figure that out.
Okay. First, you would know better than me because I was born a dude. I am a dude. I just happen to wear women's clothes every once in a while. So there's that. Hey, okay. Let's keep the conversation moving, and we're gonna add in Tony. Hey, Tony.
Greetings.
How are you? It's funny. You were just sitting there quietly observing the conversation. You watching it like it's TV.
It's brand new to me. I haven't heard this story or video or anything.
Okay, just for everybody watching, both of y'all are with time. We'll talk about that in a second. But what are your pronouns before we start?
I use he, him.
Okay, you won't be offended if I call you one of the girls, will you?
Nah.
Okay, good. All right. Every time I have a guest or guests on the show, I ask the same question: what have you had it with in Black queer culture? What have you had it with? Affluenza. What have you had it with?
I have had it with the fetishization of
What's that word?
Fetishization of people.
Are you sure that's the word?
Fetishizing.
Fetishization.
Fetishization. I'm probably still not saying it right. I'm trying to add stuff where there aren't things.
Okay, I'm only saying that because Tony has more degrees than Jesus, so we have to be be grammatically correct.
Absolutely.
But go ahead. The fetishization.
Thank you.
That is not how you say it, but go ahead. The fetishization of what?
Yes, of people. I think it's one thing to have a preference. I think it's one thing to say, "Oh, I like this." I think it's another thing to see somebody and you are so in your own sexual attraction or whatever it is that you forget that is another human being.
Okay.
That has feelings and care. And I just encounter it so much on the apps. I encounter it at parties. I just think we have to do a lot better at caring for each other.
But if you're trying to hook up, what does any of that matter?
If
I play devil's advocate, if we trying to hook up, what is any of that? I like being fetishized. I like being objectified to a degree. Use me until you keep on using me till you use me up.
If that is the kink, then okay.
Okay.
But I think it's another thing to because I'm all here for the people that want to be footstools and like people that use themselves as tables. Like, yes.
Human dildo me, please.
Yes.
Cuff me to the bed and have your way.
I think the bigger thing for me are two things. Consent. Make sure that both parties are in agreement on what's happening and not you just trying to get what you want. And then two, I think we also have to take care of each other. I will share this. I was at a party. I've been to a couple of Onyx parties. Shout out to Onyx. And I was getting flogged.
Yes.
And
for the girls who don't know, what is flogging?
Oh, so flogging is pretty much having leather slapped against your body. Yes, hand motions. Yes, interpretive dance.
You were getting flogged.
And repeatedly, the person would come up and say, "Hey, just checking on you. Are you okay?" Mm-hmm. And would go right back to the aggressive bam.
Once you gave more consent, yes.
Absolutely. And to this day, I will only let somebody from Onyx flog me and my partner. But I think there are so many situations.
Light flex. Hold on. Oh no, it's gone. Where's my music at? Okay.
Oh, it was felt.
Okay, keep going.
It was felt. So yeah, I think it is so important for us to make sure that we check in with each other and don't get so lost in ourselves and our wants and what we get.
There it is. Surprise, surprise. and your partner is what got that. Okay.
Yeah.
Checking in, fucking people and not parts.
Yeah. Yes.
See?
Thank you. You better summarize.
I talk to people every once in a while. Tony, what have you had it with?
I have had it with just not getting checked on, like going to get your mental health checked on or your physical health checked on just because you feel like you're good type thing, or you're out of fear, kind of over that.
Fear of what? What do you think people are afraid of?
So many things. I can't speak for people. I know there have been times that I was scared of just finding out about my status. So if you find out, that automatically means what, a death wish or something, or folks are going to want to mess with you. I do feel as if that's a fear still for some folks.
It's a fear for a lot of people, I think.
Maybe fear of being rejected. There's a lot of individuals that still don't have access to healthcare one way or another, and so just going or feeling like it's a waste of time. I do still feel like you need to go.
Do you think people are putting their health as out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, or what do you think is the root cause of that, or what have you seen or heard? Because you are a public health professional.
I mean, it's I do feel like it is a lot of
Since
out of
you
sight,
got
out
your
of mind.
degree and you know every fucking thing.
Go ahead.
Love that. I do feel like
Go ahead.
I lost
I'm
my
ready.
train of thought.
I said, is it out of sight, out of mind kind of situation? Why do you think that the people are avoiding their health status checks?
I do think that is part of it. I do feel like some of it is that what happens at home stays at home, and if nobody knows and it stays in the dark, then it doesn't really exist. When that doesn't fix anything, it just sit there and build up, fester, and go on to clean these wounds, both internally, externally, dress them up.
Okay. Well, those are two very, very profound. What have you had it with? Mine is very simple. I've had it with people who wear suspenders and belts.
But
can't stand
people
it.
don't know.
People wear suspenders and belts, not realizing that they do the same thing. The belt keeps your pants up, the suspenders keep your pants up, and the girls will. And what grinds my gears is when they're different colors. Like somebody will wear black suspenders because that's what was at K&G, but then they wearing a brown belt with some blue fucking shoes. Ugh, I can't stand it. I know that was very elitist of me and very all the things, but ugh.
Okay, so thank you for breaking it down though, because like I said, people don't know.
I didn't know. I was people that was wearing them both.
What?
Mm,
Why would you wear both?
maybe they wasn't strapped tight enough to the pants and held them up like I needed them to. I don't know. I got used to a belt.
You would wear
nobody
a
ever
belt
taught me how
and
to wear
suspenders.
Only suspenders I saw was Steve Urkel on TV. So I just
Who never wore a belt
I don't
because
recall
he
that.
was wearing suspenders and a bow tie, usually with a cardigan.
I thought he was wearing overalls for years. So I don't know.
Oh, God. That's another one. Hold on.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
You the most credentialed person up
Yeah.
here thinking that Steve Urkel was wearing overalls.
Sure would.
Okay. It is time to move on. This is crazy. This is going to be a great show. Okay. This is one of my favorite segments called Top 5. Hit it. Right. Okay. This is our recurring segment where me and my guests give our top 5. If you agree, give this episode a thumbs up. If you disagree, let us know in the comments what's your top 5. This is top 5 misconceptions about non-binary people. I'll start. The first one is that people identify as non-binary for attention.
Ooh.
Do you think that people do that?
That doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
What first off, attention towards what? Like the way you dress, or like I think
there are a lot of people who believe that non-binary people just want permission to be a boy in women's clothes or a girl or a tomboy, or as if it's a phase. And
Okay.
I think that is probably a huge misconception that non-binary is just this phase of experimentation until you venture back over to the cis side.
And you know what? So that ties into mine, if I may.
Number 4, top 5.
Yes. So I think a big misconception is that people think that people that are non-binary either have to. I think they misunderstand the fact that you can be non-binary and not ascribe to any gender. You can be non-binary and flow between both genders. Like there's no one way to do it. And I think in that same breath, yes, it may be hard to understand. But if somebody meets me and they say, okay, well, what does non-binary mean to you? It means that today I can present very masculine. And tomorrow I can come in a pump and a mini skirt and like both are still me.
Okay, well, let me ask a real question for you.
Sure.
You are a very hairy person.
I am.
How does non-binary come up when you rocking a full beard, friend?
I don't care. I don't care.
So what is the distinction between you and Tony, for instance? Because Tony also has a beard. Like, how does it rise to the level of non-binary for you versus just being a feminine boy who gender bends?
So I made a Facebook status probably a couple months ago where I said I wish I would have felt more strength in my femininity instead of feeling so weak in my masculinity. So I have a very
that's good. I was swallowing. That's why but that was good. That was really good.
It's all right. I appreciate that. But for me, it's about how I feel inside. Like since I was young, I've known that I have had a very strong feminine sense about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't express it, but I absolutely knew it was there and present. So while yes, clothing is one way that it expresses itself, that it comes out, but also I am to my own kids.
Uh-huh.
I am extremely soft and gentle and nurturing, and not saying that a father can't do those things or can't be those things, but my natural inclination is to coddle, to hold, to usher you through your emotions, to be able to help you feel what you're feeling a little bit better, to pick you up when you fall, even though that's not always how you're supposed to handle it. But anyway, I just have those feminine traits. They come out naturally to me, very naturally. Now, the masculine side is still there. In some ways, I'm able to still run and shoot the basketball with you and throw the baseball. Like I can do that as well. But my natural first go-to is to be that feminine presence.
Okay, I gotta stop them. Did the music go off, Ashton? Okay, and we're gonna come back because I got so many questions about that. Because what it sounds like you're doing is genderizing a whole bunch of things that don't have to be gendered. Like being nurturing does not have to be a trait of a father. Being hard or the disciplinarian does not have to be the trait of a father. It can be any parent can do all the things you just said. So why in your head does then you expressing as the nurturing parent have to be a gendered behavior? Why can't that just be you being you?
So that's why I said those things are what I tend to just naturally express. Absolutely, a man, woman, non-binary person should be able to be nurturing and all of those things. I'm not trying to gender the things. I'm talking about what I naturally lean into, what naturally comes out of me are those feminine things.
Okay.
And I think anybody should be able to express them, yes. But I knew my emotions before. I knew my softness before I knew my anger.
But why does soft or anger have to be
Masculine or
have
feminine?
to be masculine or feminine?
I don't think they have to be.
Because the confusion that I have about non-binary, just in general, is all the people that I can think of in my life that identify as that are non-binary, it's as if they are that they are amplifying the gender of certain behaviors so that they can blend them together and then express their own version of it. And in my head, why don't you just throw out the whole gender spectrum and say you're just Alfonso? Alfonso is nurturing. Alfonso is a parent. Alfonso is all these things. It feels as if you're saying these things are inherently gendered, and because I don't subscribe to either of them explicitly, then I'm non-binary.
I kind of get what you're saying. I think I am just Alfonso. Like that's just kind of how I live. I don't try to exude one thing or the other, and that's been a journey in itself, to be honest with you. But even as I am evolving and becoming more of my natural self and releasing the things that society or all of life has tried to put on me, I'm recognizing that me just being Alfonso means that, okay, waking up today, I felt very masculine. And I just kind of presented that way and moved through the day that way. But then just before I got in here, I took a moment and I said, okay, let me center myself into me, not into one thing or the other, but get back to Alfonso. And in getting back to Alfonso, I was able to soften up my heart a little bit, soften up my presence a little bit. And I think I was able to walk in here actually Alfonso and not the masculine Alfonso. Did that make sense?
I'm really trying to get there. Because
Okay.
what it sounds like, because I would say that every day, regardless of how you express,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up as Alfonso. Some days you can be the masculine version of that. Perhaps. Tell me, tap in here.
That's Alf. That masculine one is Alf.
Sure. But it's still you.
It's a part. I think when I'm able to be all of myself at one time, it's not just one way or the other. Like when I feel most 100% authentically me,
Mm-hmm.
that encompasses all of the things. So then it is actually less about, oh, let me put on a dress and heels. The full version of me actually looks like slacks with a pump.
Okay.
And
the funny thing is, my boyfriend now will wear slacks and a pump, and he's a boy.
love
And I love that shit. I adore it.
Mm-hmm.
But he would never say I identify as a woman or any more or less than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, the reason why non-binary just bakes my noodle a little bit is because it feels as if you're saying certain things are inherently gendered, and because I'm not that, then I got to be something else. And in my head, it feels like gay queer culture. We just throw out everything. Like I am wearing 50% of what I got on is women's, and I got a full face. I got more makeup on than anybody in this room. And so, like, one could say that is very feminine, but I'm still a dude. I still got this big ass and this dick between my legs.
But do you see what
As do several other people in this room, not to put anybody's dick on blast.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
but I
You're
just
talking
don't
about
understand.
actions and behaviors.
Yes.
I am more so talking about feelings.
Okay.
I am more so talking about energy expression. And that may be hard for us to like understand and really dissect because we don't know a whole lot about that. But I would like to think that the non-binariness of me
Okay.
is confusing to people because my energy comes off very feminine, and then you see a face that has a beard on it and you don't know what to do with that.
And see, and only because I've known you for a long time, I would say that as you have evolved, I've never known you to be masculine or feminine, and you've just become more of yourself. That is what I feel as the energy that I receive as an external party. You have just become more Alfonso as you've gotten older and better and more and gooder and all the things. And I think the reason why for you specifically it bakes my noodle is because I never had, like, I don't think of anybody in this room as a gender until they express that. Like Ashton is Ashton, you are you, Tony's Tony, Royce is Royce, I'm me. And all of us at some point have worn some very feminine clothes. I've seen us all in some very feminine clothes. I've seen us all in painted nails. I've seen us all in makeup at one point. Not you.
You ain't seen me in no makeup. Or no.
I have seen you put some Beijing in that beard. See,
It is. But it is.
see. I have seen us all in all the things. And I think in my head, I would imagine that as a culture, I would wonder, why don't we just get into a genderless space instead of so gendered that we now need to blend the things together or throw the things all away. Because I mean, we all are the girls, aren't we? Go ahead, Tony. You don't have to raise your hand.
I do think it's beyond maybe a cultural thing and maybe more of a societal thing because we still have those gender reveal parties and it has to be blue or a pink, but it can't be a yellow. And orange is my favorite color. I don't want them other ones type thing. I do feel like it's going to be a lot of relearning type thing or what we've grown up and been taught for decades, not just us, but our ancestors. And then we can start to accept and include, but it's even just like the structural racism. There are things that are in place in systems already that you think is just normal, but it's just what we've been taught.
Okay. The show is totally off the. Every time Ashton is over there, the show gets totally off the rails. I'm supposed to say a whole bunch of things, but I'll get to that after the break. Before we go, the DBG and family keeps the conversation going through the roof. If you want to join us live on the show, visit livestream.dearblackgaymen.com. Links are in the description. We will be right back.
Do you know your HIV status? When you do, you can take control of your sexual health. HIV self-tests give you the power to decide when and where to test. You just swab and stick it in the tube. Test in the privacy of your own space. You can set a timer, sit back, and wait. In as little as 20 minutes, you'll know your results. No matter your test results, you have a community waiting to support you.
I love being able to test where I want.
I love that it's confidential and quick.
You gotta love free.
It makes me feel empowered.
When I show myself love, I show my community love.
It's important to know my status.
It's important to know your status.
It's cool to know, you know?
If we all get tested, we can stop HIV together. Learn more about HIV testing, including free HIV self-tests, at cdc.gov/HIV self-testing.
All right, I was trying to see what he's.
What up? No, we're live in the back room right here on Dear Black Gay Men Podcast. It is time for church announcements. Hit it. It's a whole thing. Every week, I write out the ups and downs along my dating journey as I keep my man, because I got one now, finally. Pew, 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 pew. And I love him so dearly. Okay, it's a deep dive into my emotional and sexual trials while I get my man happy and keep him happy in 2025. Join for free by clicking the screen now, or the link is in the description. This one is called I Interviewed 50 Couples, and here's what no one is telling us about dating. One thing I am most proud of here on Dear Black Gay Men is we get to have conversations about what really matters to us in our culture. And I've learned that the girls who be dating be gatekeeping the secrets. Like Tony been with his man for a long periodically time. And there is some knowledge stowed up in that experience. Alfonso has been with their
Come on.
man.
Yeah.
Because Jamel is a man.
Correct.
Or rather, Jamel uses he, him pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alfonso has been with their man for a long periodically time. There's a whole lot of experience in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad I've gotten, not to y'all, but I've gotten the opportunity to talk to 50 couples. And these are stories and tips and tools that I've actually applied to my dating life. That is a story about everything that I learned. Royce got a man too. Right? Yes. Ashley, you got a man? Or a person, or I don't want to assume anything about anybody, but free agent. Pew, 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 pew. Y'all can't hear that, but Ashton is a free agent. Y'all don't know what Ashton looks like. So if you want to know what Ashton looks like, hit me up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. My partner told me that they are non-binary. What do I do? That was a question that came from a listener. The listener and his significant other have been together for 3 years, and now the partner discloses that they feel much more they, them than previously identified as he, him. Fun fact, I've been sent this question at least 10 times by 10 different people since we've been doing the podcast. I'm no expert on the topic because I was born a boy. I like to be a boy. I enjoy doing boy things. I identify as a man now. But I have been through something similar. And I ended up asking myself and my partner at the time 3 basic questions. Number 1, what does this actually mean for your partner? Non-binary, as Alfonso has explained, can look very masculine or very feminine or any way in between. Some transition in name only, and they just prefer different pronouns. Some others want to go through a much more drastic transition to align who they know themselves to be inside with how they express through their bodies. You have to get clarity from your partner as to what exactly they're asking you to stand by them through. Then number 2, what are you expecting this to mean for yourself? If I'm gay because I like men and you no longer are identifying as a man, then what am I? Dating someone non-binary forced me to ask myself some deep questions about why I am what I say I am. A transition is a journey for all involved. So make sure you check in with yourself just like you're checking in with your partner. And then number 3, do you love them? Any relationship, we should grow and evolve every day. For some, that evolution can be things like mental. You go to therapy, or intellectual. You get another degree on top of the 17 you already got. It can be financial, like you start a business or grow a company or get a promotion. Or it can be in your expression. Are you committed to who is in front of you, or are you in love with the version of them that lives in your head? This is a hard topic for those who transition. It's a tough road to hoe and a bold decision to live authentically and align your physical expression with who you know yourself to be inside. For those that love you, we have to make some clear decisions about who and how we love. For both of you, I would recommend caller, listener, to have an open and honest conversation regardless, and consider couples counseling as an option because therapy works. Trust me, I know. I hope this helps, and follow for more dope queer stories. The easiest way to support what we do here on Dear Black Gay Men is to become a member to our YouTube channel. Members get access to exclusive conversations, the members-only chat, behind-the-scenes content, and you can join me to chop it up right here on the show. And a portion of your memberships will be donated to an Atlanta area nonprofit providing HIV prevention and care in Black gay culture. Just hit the join button below this episode or send a super chat of any amount. For all the latest updates, follow me everywhere on socials at JAI The Gentleman on Instagram and Threads. That concludes our church announcements. Please govern thyself accordingly. When we come back, Alfonso and Tony will be back on the show, and we'll be joined by the Time team to discuss what time is and all the things time is doing. But during the break, let me know in the comments, when someone says they are non-binary, what is the first thing that pops in your head? Let me know that in the comments, and we will be right back. The show got good. I thought I was spicy vanilla, but tonight I've learned I'm deep into the extremist end of the kink freak spectrum.
Then it got even better.
Nutted. They asked me if he could pee in me, and I was nervous. What did it feel like? But it felt good.
Live from the back room every Thursday on YouTube.
Welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men Podcast. My guest today is the founder of This Is Your Moment Network, Alfonso Mills, and they are joined by Tony Newman. What do you do with time?
I am.
You're also a founder, I know.
Yeah, the assistant executive director. Just make shit happen.
Light flex. I'm the assistant head bitch in charge. Got it. Okay. Time's website says that your focus is to make sure everyone has access to vital health information. Health info can be dense. How are y'all giving that to the people? Tony, I'll start with you because I'm talking to Alfonso all the time.
We're giving it to you real. We're giving it to you raw. We're giving it to you how we know and how we got it. So you can use your voice to help, forward that conversation. But
it's so funny that you say real and raw because like before we started the show, we was checking the angles and every other thing felt very sexual. It was like pull out, go down a little bit, go up, get a little darker.
Put it in your mouth.
The black and we were talking about the mics because they are very phallic. But yes. But you give it to us real and raw. Now, one thing that I do know I talk about being in the bubble and outside the bubble here on the podcast all the time because I feel like there is this group of people inside the public health bubble that get all the latest information about HIV, and somehow or another, it just does not make sense to a lot of us outside the bubble. How do you figure out how to craft a message that gets to the people, Alfluenza? Well, I call you Alfluenza because that's your Instagram name. I don't want people thinking I'm saying you like the plague or anything.
You've been calling me that for years, so I'm just
used
your
to Instagram name.
I know. So we base it off of the truth. So that's the biggest thing with us. We have to start with what is the actual facts because we know that there's a lot of misinformation that's out there. People will turn the camera on and talk about whatever, however.
I don't know if I like the tone of that because I turn the camera on and talk about everything as well. So are you talking about me?
No.
Am I the drama?
What? No, you stir it up. I think that's important.
I actually like the term churn.
Oh,
but okay.
Oh, I thought we were trying to move away from it. Okay, we can churn if you want to, Jay. That's fine.
With consent. Go ahead. Go
always
ahead.
start with the truth. And then the blessing of time is that we are a group of Black queer folks that come from a lot of different experiences. So when we bring a topic, we're able to discuss it in a way that's like, well, I thought about it this way. Well, it was taught to me this way, but I think we should explain. So we're able to really dig into it. And once we dig into it, then we're able to say, okay, these are the things that we really need to get community, that we really want to get to community. And these are the multiple ways that we can say it because we have so many different backgrounds.
Okay, so so help me understand, like, make it real for me. Is Time a YouTube channel? Is it a talk show? What is it?
It's a network of all things. All right. So we got game shows that's going to educate you. We got conversations and documentaries that's going to educate you. But also still have fun, and there's going to be opportunities for you to give your opinion, share your voices, Mo.
We're a community. So the thing is,
a community of who though?
Sure. So we are a small and growing community, but we started because a group of us came together and wanted to work together. And what we have learned is that as we have come together, as we have filmed things, as we have brought other community folks into what we're doing, once you're a part of one of our productions, people have literally come up to us and been like, oh, I get it. I see what y'all are building. So it's a community of people that care about each other. It's a community of people that want to make a change. It's a community of people that have questions. It's a community of people that want to educate.
Okay. And so how do you make education sexy though? Because that is one of the hardest things to do here. Because my job is to engage. We are talking to 172 people today, but my job is to engage the people in a conversation about the things that matter. And I know the girls ain't got the attention span to talk about statistics and condoms and this and that. And in my head, I don't got the attention span to talk about that either. And I know the shit stuff. I know the stuff. So how do you do that in a way that invites the people into a dialogue to what did y'all say? To collaborate? No, that's something else in this theory. Go ahead.
Part of that is to bring them on as part of the project. So as we're developing, you are developing it right along with us. We don't know everything. We're still learning, and we can learn from each other.
Okay.
And then I think also to that point, to the point, I done lost the point. How do we make it? Oh, making it.
I mean,
wow. Wow, Jay.
I mean,
so what I was going to say,
keep
surprise, is that we also, so to take for a prime example, you mentioned condoms. If you go to CDC, if you go to Instagram, whatever, and you see something about condoms, it's going to be, okay, well, this is how you use a condom. Condoms are important because of this. Condom can prevent this.
With the banana?
With the
banana. My dick is not shaped like a banana, but okay.
Thank you for sharing that.
I mean,
but, you know,
it's just.
The way we started the condom conversation, Jay, was saying, I don't like to use condoms.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Condoms remind me of those little ballooning, as one of our lovely time members so brilliantly stated.
They do remind me of balloon animals.
Okay, but because that's that's how people actually feel about it. So we start there because that's how a lot of people talk about condoms. And then we get to the point of, yes, people may not like to use them. They are a tool. They're something that you can use. They are an option. Because while there are a lot of people that don't, there have been a lot of advancements around condoms. There are condoms now that don't fit like anything.
I'm glad you said advancements because you've set it up next for the best part of the conversation. Okay, I will be hosting the Synergy Seminar Series presented by Emory Center for AIDS Research. The event will be held on November 20th, and researchers, clinicians, students, and community members who are interested in research-based HIV/AIDS policy prevention and care will be able to collaborate, network, and dialogue about all the advancements that are happening and studies that are available in communities across the South. I know it's held here in Atlanta, of course, because, you know, I'll be there. LifeLex, I'll be hosting. Time met with Erica Patrick. She is a research nurse research nurse supervisor at Emory University. They asked about why Black folks are needed in HIV research to talk about those advancements. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's listen to what she said.
Oh my God. It's so important that Black folks, Black women, Black men, Black people in general come to the table. We're so accustomed not having that seat to where we are accepting and have accepted anything that's given it or told to us. So, therefore, by participating in research, we can take the lead in our healthcare. We can take the lead in research. When these medications are that we're investigating become open to the market, we will now see that we have African American participants, so that we know that if the medicine caused fat redistribution, that we can go back to the table to say, well, maybe we need a lower dose. If it causes us not to have digested well, we can go back to the table and say, well, the medicine isn't working for the African American community because they're causing so many other toxicities that they may not be causing in other ethnicities. So it's very important. I know we all have heard about the Tuskegee study. So from that, that has scared the community to where they just do not want to participate. But on the flip side of that, we should take that and learn from that, because that's how we've grown into the research we have today, and that's how things have changed. So if we don't participate, we won't be able to change things.
Okay. Nurse Patrick talked about a whole bunch of stuff. She talked about Tuskegee. She talked about fat redistribution. But aren't the girls just concerned with not getting a house in Virginia? Isn't that the big fish?
I think that is a big fear that's a part of why people are afraid to be in research. Which I don't know where to start with that, Jay. Because
I ask a good fucking question every once in a while, but I shouldn't be cussing so much. But go ahead.
I think that yes, there is a fear about not contracting it. I understand that. I don't want anybody to contract HIV. But the thing is, if you're not a part of research, if you don't engage in the ways that we're trying to figure things out, then it'll never get better. So I think first, yes, it'll never get better. Bigger than that, science has advanced so much in a way to where they're going to make sure you have everything that you need to be. It is their obligation to give you the best care, the best options possible. It is illegal for them to put you in a situation to where you can be in harm's way. You may be uncomfortable. There may be things that you don't like, blood sticks. There is a research protocol that I saw where they take a piece of your rectum. Yes, that is not going to feel good.
It's a surprise.
No, that was going to be the...
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
Because again, my job is to translate this to everybody, to allow everybody to participate. And in my head, what I'm hearing is, yes, I could participate in this and move the buck forward, but I could just stay my black ass at home. That is the real consideration for a lot of people, Tony. How are we creating a space where research is attractive to the people that need to be involved in it?
One, I think it's having everyday people also on that research team. For instance, me myself living with HIV, being a part of studies that is solely focusing on HIV, and now also like substance use and all of that. I do feel like having somebody that has many degrees and accolades, but also can still drink with you at the bar.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
I got one more button I'm trying to work into this conversation, but go ahead.
I think that's important. So it's like living by example, but also just kind of enhancing that opportunity for others.
Okay, and when you enhance it, what have you heard from the people? Because I've only been a part of one research study about doxypep, and that is one of the reasons why when you say it, people still use the condoms. I'm like, I got the doxy, I got the prep, so I don't know. In my head, for my lived experience, the condoms is like, who does that? But I was in a study for doxy to research the efficacy. I know what efficacy is, and I'm controlling the button. So I got my degree, and I know every fucking thing. But I do know that like I had a vested interest in the study because I wanted the doxy before it was available. And I wanted to be able to do what I do without the concern of STD transmit, such a high concern about STD transmission. And so that made sense for me. But when you're talking about, you know, some of the research that happens, I do think that a lot of people are like, I could just stay my ass at home and wait till y'all figure it out. And so how does the research community address those kind of barriers?
I think it's a part of, so you made a point. You got involved in the DoxyPep study because you wanted access to a new treatment.
Yes.
That was just coming out, that we're still learning about, to better do what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Or to do what you want to do in a healthier way.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to be able to do what they want to do in a healthier way? If you choose to not be a part of research, then that's almost to me like being complacent, just kind of accepting whatever is, which I mean, people have that right, but then also don't be upset when you got to get that shot because you didn't want to be a part of the research to figure out how you can better protect yourself. So I think the research team, I think that the effort now is, one, regaining the trust of the community, which is why I said what I said about the fact that it is illegal for people to harm you in research. But then two, to Tony's point, we've got to show real people. And we've got to let people know that there are real people that are a part of this. It takes real people to be a part of this. We don't want you to be afraid. We are going to, that's why the consent, people get so, it can be a bit of a yawner. I'm making up all the words today. And y'all just
yawner. I think yawner is a real word, though. Go ahead.
Sure. It can be a bore for people to sit there and have somebody explain to you the entire consent process. But it is absolutely necessary for you to know your rights in research.
Okay.
So,
I will say one of the things that I appreciate about Time specifically as it pertains to, you know, research and the research community is from what I have seen about your content, you really are trying to make these things palatable to all of us. And so we can all see ourselves in and be able to relate the importance of research to our lived experience. So my hat is off to you. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the Synergy seminar series that we'll be hosting with the Center for AIDS Research, because this is the time and space where people can learn about all these new studies, right?
Absolutely.
And so what can we expect at Emory's Synergy seminar
I know, it's
series? It's the alliteration for me, but go ahead.
So you can expect to learn not just about research. Like, yes, we want you to know about the research that's happening. This is a focus about showing you how the research that's happening impacts your life. So one thing I love about Time is that we have actually done research about the effect of media and videos on medical adherence. So we were able to show you videos, and then we were able to see, okay, does this make you feel more inclined to come to your clinic? Does this make you want to get tested? Did this help alleviate some of the fear that you had around being tested? So that type of research is happening at Emory. So shout out to Emory CFAR. Hopefully they...
You thought I was going to put a different button.
I didn't know what you were going to... I never know what's going to happen with you, Jay. Ever. I prepare myself for
That's the benefit of having a show. Go ahead.
I do want to add, too, that it's going to be offer an opportunity to like be a part of community advisory boards. If you've just been looking for a moment to let your voice be heard and you want to show up and show out or express your opinions, this will be a perfect opportunity to do so. I know myself, like our team, we're going to be looking for community advisory board members. And a lot of this time...
Funny how I never got an invitation to that, but okay. I mean, I'm part of a community. I can give good advice. This is the last button I got.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
That's the last button.
You doing the facilitating.
Yes, I'm doing the facilitating. Okay, thank you for that. If you would like to join us at Emory University's Center for AIDS Research Synergy Seminar Series, the link to RSVP for free is in the description. The event happens on November 20th here in Atlanta Metro. We will be right back. The show got good. I thought I was spicy vanilla, but tonight I've learned I'm deep into the extremist end of the kink freak spectrum.
Then it got even better.
He nutted, then asked me if he could pee in me, and I was nervous. What did it feel like? But it felt good.
Live from the back room every Thursday on YouTube.
Welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men Podcast. I am Jay the Gentleman. So, do you want to sit on the sofa? You want to say something? Come on over. Come on. For those who don't know, Royce is entering the chat. Hey, Royce. You know you have to get into the mic. Get over there like you love each other. Oh, look at them.
We have love in time.
Look at them. They are not together, even though they look like they are. You got to talk into the mic.
I can't see myself, so I'll take your word for it.
Fair. I mean, you can't see yourself.
Oh, I can't. I lied.
We got TVs everywhere in this room. Okay. So what is happening next for Time?
Oh, so we are wrapping up a grant that we received to share more stories around people with HIV. So through the Counter Narrative Project and Vive Healthcare, we were able to have some really great conversations to go a step further than what is it like to be a person with HIV? What is it like taking your medication? We've had those conversations enough. How do you navigate disclosure during a hookup at a circuit party?
I don't know that I've ever asked anyone to disclose during a hookup at a circuit party. But again,
because you taking your PrEP and your DoxyPep.
Correct. So I genuinely don't care because I done dotted my I's and crossed my T's.
Correct. Because you're in the bubble. But we need the people. Yes.
I think it's bubble adjacent.
I'm bubble. I think I am bubble adjacent, as Roy said.
I'm a sit you right on 285. You're not quite outside the perimeter adjacent. You're not quite Kennesaw, but you.
I would never be Kennesaw. Cobb County is where black people go to get locked up.
Oh no, but you know way more than the average black gay man. You do. So
since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
Sure. Yeah. Sure, I know about the house in Virginia and how to keep from getting it. Yes. Okay. So, Time, you've been having these conversations with people living with HIV.
Correct. And what we're doing is bringing new people into the conversations, faces that you haven't seen before, people that you haven't heard from, perspectives that are new to the conversation. We had an extremely dynamic conversation between the older generation and the younger generation. And what is it? The May, December something. I don't know, but pretty much when an older man and a younger man get together and they're in a relationship, there's a name for that.
How old is old, and how young is young in that scenario you said? Is this like 10 years? Is it like 30 years? What is the age difference?
There's about a 30-year difference between the folks involved.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
The older I get, the more I recognize that I could be that. I could not be the 30 years older because they would be 10 years old, but I could definitely date someone who is in their 70s because 70 ain't the 70 I grew up with.
It sure ain't. Because even, look.
40 ain't the 40 I grew up with. I remember when my mama turned 40, I thought she was old. My mother is not old. Get in the mic, Royce.
And I was saying, yes, I agree with you. My mother's not old.
You met my mama?
Yes.
Well, that's that on that. My mama is not old. My mama is fly as hell. So there's that.
Come on.
Okay. So Time has this new grant coming, this new grant that you are completing the work for. I'm very excited about that.
Thank you.
One thing that the reason why I'm excited to have you all here is because Time is a testament to being able to have an idea and see it through to fruition. And I think that we need a lot more of that in queer culture. I think it is amazing. I hosting Dear Black Gay Men, I know how hard it is to work with a whole bunch of the girls. We are not the easiest people to work with ever. And so the fact that y'all have created something that is tangible in the world, and you have done so with your comrades, with the girls, and create space for people who are living with HIV and not, people who are in the bubble and not, people who are in research and not, that is amazing. My hat is off to y'all.
Thank you for seeing us, Jay. That
Of
means a lot.
course. I've known all of y'all for a long periodically time.
And we gonna continue to be around for
I've
it
known
even longer.
Affluenza for the longest.
Oh.
I think it's 15 years now.
Yeah.
15 years.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Ain't it crazy? 15 years ago.
Woo.
Imagine what your life looked like 15 years ago.
Don't do that. Please don't send me back there.
I mean, 2 kids ago. Okay, I think that's a great place to end it.
Wait, can I say something?
Sure. Put the camera back on him.
Yeah, I just want to say, Jay, appreciate that catch. Jay, you saw us and you poured into us. You were one of the first people, influencers, that saw what we were doing and said, you know what, Time? I'm going to pour some love into y'all. So on behalf of the Time team, thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
And we got a gift for you. Just playing.
Because the last time Time was on the show, I was definitely like, look under your seat.
Okay, right.
Okay, that was our show. I want to thank Alfonso Mills, Tony Newman, and Royce Pearson for joining me. And if you want to connect with Time, links to their contact are in the description. We'll be right back here with another episode of Dear Black Gay Men podcast tomorrow night, Thursday at 9 p.m. I'll be hosting the Synergy Seminar Series on November 20th. RSVP at the link in the description, and there will be free food.
Boom.
I'm supposed to say that.
Please.
For more exclusive content, join me on Substack at dearblackgaymen.substack.com. That was our show. I appreciate you more than I can ever express. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.